In business today, we're faced with change on almost every front. You know, sometimes it feels like the economy is getting better, sometimes it feels like the economy is getting worse. Customers seem to be spending, and then other times customers seem not to be spending. I mean, this thing is like a perpetual roller coaster from one month to the next. So let me ask you this, what do we know for sure about today's economic climate? Well, what we know for sure is that people are concerned. People are unsure and people are uncertain. Like many in your industry, you may be dealing with the adverse effects of their uncertainty as we speak. Things like longer sales cycles, sales that fall apart late in the process, missed sales targets. Even though uncertainty may be all around you, if you're a person who's responsible for finding new business, quite frankly, you don't have the luxury of being uncertain and unsure yourself. Bottom line is that if you cannot find certainty and confidence within yourself and who you are and the value that you and your company adds to your clients and customers, you're not likely to find it by looking around you. The number one way to stall and lose ground in this economy is to develop a lack of confidence either in yourself, in your client, or the organization that you represent. Basically, if you lose confidence in your ability to get things done for your clients, you're going to lose confidence in you, and they're going to move on to someone who they feel can get it done. Let's shift gears for a minute. By now, I'm sure that you figured out that the way that you did business 5 or 6 years ago is gone. Here's the news flash. It's not going to come back. Not exactly the way that it was. So for anyone who's thinking that they can just ride this thing out and eventually things will get back to business as usual, well, they're wrong. It's a new day. There are new technologies, new expectations, and in some cases, new rules. Those who were the least able to adapt were the first to go. The next wave will be those who are least able to innovate. New challenges always require new approaches. Now it's up to you to find the new approach that's going to get it done for both you and your organization. A lot of people who are struggling today are struggling because they try to do the same old thing the same old way with little or no result. And we all know that no change equals no change. The fact is, though, you don't have to struggle. Well, let me give you an extreme example of what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at selling real estate. Okay, selling real estate is challenging today for many real estate professionals. Estimates on the average number of real estate transaction size per agent per year fall somewhere between 3 and 8, depending upon who you're talking to. Now, the median gross income is somewhere around $35,000 annually, and that's before expenses and taxes, so it's a lot less than that in the end. Even with all the changes and all the challenges of selling real estate today, a person can still adjust and find success. My good friend Eric sells real estate. In 2011, Eric had over 100 transactions. Now, when you compare that to the 3 to 8 transaction size on average, you might be thinking, wow, that's pretty good. But guess what? Mike Phillips, who's in Kansas City, did over 1,200 transactions in 2011. Now that's a big wow. That's pretty impressive. In fact, Mike Phillips is the #1 real estate agent in the country. Here's a question. What makes them so successful when the average real estate professional is struggling to make a living? Well, if you study the differences between world-class achievers and the average person, this is what you'll find. Number 1, mental toughness is the key to peak performance. 2, there are 10 primary characteristics that make you mentally tough. Number 3, top achievers like Eric and Mike practice and develop these characteristics every day. 4, the average person doesn't. Okay? In fact, the average person is not only unskilled in this area, they're unaware of the fact that they're unskilled. A lot of people will look at someone like a Mike Phillips and they'll think, well, he's just lucky or he's blessed or he has some special circumstance or situation that's responsible for his success. But that's not the case. It's the way that he manages his mindset that allows him to adjust and find a way when others simply give up. Mindset management is the most important skill that you can learn in a changing world, because with it you can rise to the level of the best. Without it, you're at the mercy of whatever comes your way. Now, if you're interested in finding more joy, more satisfaction, and more meaning in your job or business while increasing and improving the results that you produce, then our new one-day course in boosting mental toughness and increasing personal effectiveness can help you do that. Let's get real. The difference in the results that you're producing and the results that you could be producing is not just in what you know. It's in what you do routinely. And what you routinely do is literally determined by your mindset and the decisions you make from one moment to the next. So as I said, mindset management is the most important skill that you can learn in a changing world. Now, if you're ready to shake things up, if you're ready for a breakthrough, if you're really ready for a breakthrough, if you're ready to just stop feeling so fearful about what's going to happen next, and then step up to the next level and take action. You know, it's time to stop doubting yourself. It's time to stop feeling so uncertain about everything. Take the course. Find your purpose. Find your poise. Find your passion. Most importantly, find your power.